With the release of Crisis on Infinite Earths, we now have 6 annual crossovers and 2 episode crossovers. So today, it's time to stop and rank all 8 Arrowverse crossovers from the worst to the best. Hey everyone, S-Dub Nation here. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll post some more Arrowverse reviews or rankings. Please note that everything that I say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list is definitely not the right list. So, feel free to comment down below, what is your top 8 Arrowverse crossovers? What is your ranking? Rank those down in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Kicking off our number 8 spot is Heroes Join Forces. Really, this is just a setup for DC Legends, and it doesn't help that Felicity nags the whole crossover. Hawkman and Hawkgirl is a cool concept, just not executed very well. And it's fun and good, it's just not great. My reception of this is just that I don't know about Vandal Savage. I mean, making him the main villain of DC Legends Season 1 was a big misstep for their first season, especially because I didn't resonate with him as well as most people did, I guess, to put him as the Season 1 villain. And Hawkman and Hawkgirl, I didn't resonate with them at all. The actress that plays Hawkgirl is whiny at most. She is whiny. I can't even imagine how frustrated I got with her character, and especially Felicity. Oliver found out that he had a son in this crossover, and all Felicity did was nag. But I will give it that it is very fun, and I give it a B plus. I'll give it a B plus and an 8.5 out of 10. Coming in at number 7 is World's Finest. This is the first time that we've ever seen Supergirl connect to the rest of the Arrowverse. And it's cool how Flash shows up, and it really makes sense how he shows up. Barry and Kara are really fun to watch on screen, and Supergirl and Flash has some of the best crossovers in all of the Arrowverse. And I think the thing that pushes this back is that it is a Supergirl episode. See, Supergirl was on CBS before she was on the CW. So her channel and Flash's channel were totally different from each other. So obviously, putting Flash inside of a Supergirl episode that was not on CW kind of triggered me a little bit more because it was just weird having Supergirl troubles, having Supergirl have guy troubles, and having the Flash show up in the same episode. That's what kind of threw this back for me. But all in all, it is a great crossover, and I would recommend it to anyone. This is actually the first time I saw the Flash on any type of media, on any type of live action show, because before I watched Flash, I watched Supergirl. And then I watched Flash, but I never got into Arrow or any of the rest of the CW shows, but until now. But all in all, B plus, yes, B plus, and an 8.7 out of 10. Coming in at 6th place is Flash vs. Arrow. And I think what this crossover does really well is that it develops the characters great. It is a great contrast from the dark and gritty streets of Arrow to the bright and sunny town of Flash. Barry and Oliver are really like brothers in this whole crossover. They bicker back and forth, which is better, Green Arrow or the Flash. It's just so much fun, and this is actually the first time that we've ever seen anything like this. The Flash and Green Arrow in the same episode. So it was very cool seeing their contrast together. Team Flash, Team Arrow duking it out. And I think the thing that brings this back for me is that Flash v Arrow is not a crossover. Flash v Arrow is a one singular episode and a Flash episode, and Oliver Queen has his episode called The Brave and the Bold, and Flash shows up in that episode. But what this does very well is that it brings Flash to the reality of what it's like to be a superhero in these streets. So I would give it I'll give it an A minus and an 8.9 out of 10. Coming in 5th place is Elseworlds, and I thought Elseworlds was very cool. It's very cool seeing Barry and Oliver switch places, but it is very much a teaser for Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I felt like Earth 90, Barry Allen, should have had more to do instead of just poof, he's gone by the monitor. He only showed up in part 2, I think, and he disappeared a minute later, only giving us a throwaway line saying, "John, where's your ring?" I felt like he should have had more to do because in every Arrowverse episode, they showed the same clip leading up to Elseworlds. They showed the same clip of Earth 90 Flash running away from the Monitor, and the Monitor has the Book of Destiny. I felt like Earth 90 Barry should have had more to do, and I think that's what pushes Elseworlds back a little bit more. But the Flash episode is obviously the best, and Batwoman showing up is very cool. Superman coming in to help out, very cool. And the Smallville theme when Superman and Supergirl first appearance in Elseworlds, very cool. This is so great seeing Oliver learn how to use Barry's speed and seeing Barry learn how to use Oliver's abilities. I would give this an A minus and a 9 out of 10. Coming in fourth place is Crisis on Infinite Earths. And really, for this one, I was kind of hoping for a bigger final battle. And I know the budget is not that big for Arrowverse shows, but they could have done at least something. If they can make Flash's speed look good, they could have made a bigger final battle. The cameos were amazing though, and it hit all the right emotional notes. But Oliver Queen's first death was really weird, but the second one gave a better send off to Oliver Queen as a character. Ezra Miller showing up was really cool, and it shocked me. I was not expecting that. And it had a perfect ending to Arrow in the crossovers. Really, I kind of felt like putting Black Lightning in this, it didn't feel like it was the Black Lightning that I've grown to know for 3 seasons. Especially because his show was never really connected to the Arrowverse, so it's kind of cool seeing him interact with the Flash and Supergirl and the rest of the gang. But I wish they kind of gave him some more to do. I mean, really, I was kind of mad that Black Lightning didn't have anything to do. The cameos didn't have anything to do, and really, Oliver Queen's first death was really forced, in my opinion, just to shock people. And the cameos were in there just to give people nostalgia, saying, "Hey, we have Tom Welling, so that will get you guys to sit down and watch our crossover special." But all in all, it is a great crossover, and I would recommend it to anyone if you're an Arrowverse fan. But if you're not an Arrowverse fan, it's a good crossover. It's good enough pushing to the great. But I would give it a A plus, and I will give it a 9.2 out of 10. Kicking off the top three spot is Duet. Grant Gustin and Melissa Benoist have amazing voices and can definitely carry a tune and a musical. This musical reminds me of The Great Gatsby. The aesthetic as a whole takes you back to the 1930s. It's great the writers didn't make Barry and Kara lovers, that they are just friends, or should I say super friends. Their duet Super Friends is just great. It's just a great song that you can sing with any of your friends. And also very sweet to see that they are just friends and nothing more. And I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I will give it a A plus and a 9.5 out of 10. Coming in second place is Invasion or Heroes versus Aliens. This is the first time seeing Supergirl meet any of our heroes other than the Flash, and it's cool watching Oliver be intimidated by this alien. The Flash is the best episode again, and Flashpoint has actual significance to the story. The alien final battle is a bit small, but it was satisfying since this is the first crossover. They're really big crossover in their prime, and they really didn't have to have a big CGI fight as I was hoping for in Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's just small, like the Avengers, aliens versus heroes. That's what I like to see. Just the overall crossover is fantastic, and also it's the first time that the shows connected in one epic crossover, and that's what I like about it. I like that all 4 episodes, actually no, all 3 episodes, because Supergirl was just a Supergirl episode and it had a little tease leading into Invasion. All 3 episodes you can watch in order, and you would get the story perfectly well. But obviously, there has to be a number one, and I would give Invasion an A plus and a 9.8 out of 10. Like I said, there's always going to be a number one. This is my number one. Coming in first place is Crisis on Earth X. This event is not episodic. It feels like a fully fledged 4-hour movie, and this is the crossovers at their best. This is the perfect reason for everyone to come together, and it ends with two couples getting married. It ends with Oliver and Barry marrying Felicity and Iris on the same day. The Nazis are a nice addition. The villain's motives are clear, and the final battle is what I wanted in an epic crossover, and it feels big in scale because it starts off with a Supergirl episode, leads right into Arrow, leads right into Flash, and then leads right into DC Legends. This crossover, each episode is not its own episode. Each episode is a clear setup for the next episode. So it feels like a movie that you can watch on loop all the time. When characters get in predicaments, there are stakes, and when characters die, you feel the emotion because of what was set up before. This is prime Arrowverse, and this is why it is at my number one. And I would give it a A plus plus and a 10 out of 10. Perfection. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please note that everything that I said in this video is just my preference and my own opinion, just like I said before. Feel free to rank your Arrowverse crossovers down in the comment section down below. You can do all 8, or you can do the 6 annual ones, or just what is your favorite crossover overall. So, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.